Here's a timeless classic that you definitely will not see come available every day of the week. Very special cue right here. This is a Scruggs custom cue that has recently been restored in a extremely high quality and top level fashion. This was refinished by Scott and his team at Proficient Billiards. I want to give a shout out to Scott for doing amazing refinish and rewrap work. That's all I can tell you. If you see the pictures on our website, crossroadcues.com, if you see any marks or anything anywhere, those are just glares from the light. I can assure you that this cue is as close to perfect as you're going to find. I mean, it is gorgeous. When we got this in, and I've got an interesting thing that I'm going to point out to you in just a moment. When we got it in, the cue was in good condition as far as rolling straight. It obviously plays really good, but we felt like a refinish would be appropriate. Sent it off to Proficient, and wow, that's all I can tell you. The finish is amazing. His clear coat is one of the best in the world by far. So highly recommend, and shout out, of course, to Scott at Proficient Billiards in Pennsylvania. So without any further ado, this Tim Scruggs has ebony points. It has the Szamboti style, or some people call them traditional style veneer colors. It's got the natural, the green, the orange, and black. I'll give you a little close-up here. And it has a Birdseye forearm, heavily figured, of course. It does have the natural joint and the big pin. So for those of you that are, newer to the world of collecting, when you're dealing with a Scruggs, because this one's got the big pin and the natural white joint, this one is definitely one that you want to add to your collection. They don't come up very often. Nice tight form fit Irish linen wrap. It is white and green speck, ebony butt sleeve, all natural white inlays. Okay, so you've got the large inlays and then you've got the dots. Again, the finish looks like glass. I'm trying to give you a real good perspective. If you haven't seen Scott's work at Proficient, I'm trying to show you up close. That stuff has got the most amazing shine to it, and it holds up really well. Look how straight this cue is. For an older Scruggs cue, you cannot ask for anything that rolls straighter. There's no variation at the joint. It rolls extremely straight. Now, here's what's interesting about this, okay? The rings, I was told by the collector that we purchased this cue from, these are supposed to be real gold and real silver rings. I guess supposedly, and I cannot verify this, I guess that the Scruggs shop did only a few that way. Now, to show you how honest and straight up we are, I have it priced, and I'm going to classify it as having brass and silver rings. But what I am told is that these rings have been verified by a jeweler as having real gold in the center right there. But again, I am going to label it as brass and silver. Either way, the price of this cue is very good. Even if it was brass, if it ends up being real gold, then you've got yourself a nice added addition for a very collectible Tim Scruggs custom cue. It does have two maple shafts. One shaft has a small taper roll in the center, no wobbling, but you can see a little bit of movement in the center, and then the other shaft is straight. Everything rolls nice and straight on the cue, and this thing plays like a dream. Big pin, natural joint, brass and silver with the possibility of them being gold rings, restored, better than brand new. I tell you what, they didn't have finish like this back when this cue was made. That's all I can tell you. That's why I say better than new, and deserving of the spa day that it received at Proficient Billiards. This is one that you want to get and you want to hang on to nice and tight. I'm going to give you a little close-up again of the traditional veneer colors right there. Nice straight cue. Beautiful. Tim Scruggs, available at crossroadcues.com. We do have financing available. There's no overseas shipping because of the natural material, and some states will have restrictions. You might just have to fly in here and I can hand it to you in person. Whoever gets this cue is going to be a really happy camper. Tim Scruggs at crossroadcues.com.